everyone, a warm welcome to you to my YouTube channel Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabrielle. I'm going to be doing a weekly card reading for Aries, and this is for the week of the 13th through the 20th September. As always, I'd like to remind you that it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but I'm sure you'll find some wisdom in here that's going to help you along your way. So Aries, let's get into it. Let's see what's happening for you for the week coming up. So Aries, I hope you are well. We're going to look at what's coming up for you for the week of the 13th through to the 20th of September. Middle of the month already. Thank you, Spirit. What guidance do you have for Aries? Well, Aries, you're very much in your creative energy, your nurturing energy. The Empress here lets us know that you're valuing taking care of yourself at the moment. You're attracting that kind of energy around you, appreciating the domestics, the home life. That nurturing. I feel like you're in a space where you're needing to feel nurtured, and it's also bringing out the best in you in terms of you nurturing others as well. And that quite often happens when we're in a space where we're feeling the need for something. We project that outwards as well. And I kind of feel with this reading already, I'm getting a sense that you are in that space of wanting to feel nurtured as well as nurturing towards others. You're also in a very creative space, and you're very much, you're being quite empathic at the moment in that you're appreciating where other people are coming from. You're able to read people's energy quite well at the moment, and this is going to serve you well in terms of understanding people, fostering good relationships, whether that be personal or business. You're in a really healthy, positive space, and you seem to be connecting and vibing with people quite easily, which is really beautiful. Now, this positivity is you're becoming a bit of a magnet at the moment in terms of attracting good energy and positive relationships and relating with people. So we've got a Six of Wands here, which is a victory card. It's sort of giving me that vibe of you being really in a happy place where people are expressing to you their appreciation of you. They're acknowledging you. So you're probably getting a lot of attention at the moment, I'd say. A lot of recognition for what you're doing. So in this way, it is a form of a victory. You're feeling quite successful and mindful of the things that you are currently achieving or have achieved, and people are going good on you, which is really great. We all need to have that boost and that encouragement. It's support, and it gives us strength to keep going, and belief in what we are doing is working and that we're contributing well. The Six of Swords energy is often a card associated with leaving something, but I'm kind of feeling like this is more about you moving towards your goal, your project, your things in life. You've got a forward focus at the moment, and you're spending time visualizing, articulating, talking about what you're wanting for the future, imagining how things are going to be. So the Swords is sort of like a communication energy, and you're on this boat traveling towards the new life, the new cycle, the vision that you have for yourself and those around you, business, personal, family. So to me, it's a forward energy in this card, in this reading. And so it's very positive. Everything feels positive and forward focused, which is not surprising because the Wheel of Fortune then turns up to say that there's momentum in your life. Things are progressing. And it's so important to acknowledge where you are at today rather than look back, Important to acknowledge how far you've come on the journey, not how far you have to go. And in saying that, there's beautiful positive momentum and motion for you at the moment. So your world is changing and you're sensing that, and things are progressing, and you're improving. Things are improving for you. You know, perhaps relationships are going to the next level. Your business, you're starting to see, things are clicking into place, and so the next step, you feel like you're going up to the next step. Everything in your life is now shifting into another gear for the next level, which is really great. With all of this activity going on, and this beautiful energy, you are doing a lot of thinking. And so perhaps it's causing you to have a few sleepless nights, or you're restless while you're trying to... It's an overthinking energy, to be honest. There's a lot going on in your brain at the moment. So, you know, if you can, try and give yourself a little bit of time out. Try to do something to help you shift out of that overthinking mode, particularly before you go to sleep, because, you know, you're going to get some sleepless nights otherwise. So if you can do something that's going to help you distract yourself in terms of overthinking, and be very deliberate about, if you need to plan and think about the future, then carve out some time during the day to do that, so that when you go to bed, you're feeling rested, that you've dealt with that situation in your mind. And maybe do something physical before you go to bed, so that you are, you know, physically tired and your brain doesn't keep you awake at night. Yeah, there's a little bit of a worry energy here, but I feel it's more about you just overthinking things. There's a lot going on, and it's more to do with you planning and strategizing, but you know, we can tend to do too much of that. So you've got to get your sleep and your rest, and to not worry. Allow the universe to back you and support you without overthinking. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What else? Thank you. Yeah, so you are a little bit in your head. So we've got the Two of Swords, which, you know, is you not too clear about some things and still mulling over your choices at the moment. Perhaps you feel that there's a decision to make. Yes, I think there's a decision that you need to make, or decisions it may be. Even though it's a Two of Swords, I feel like you are kind of weighing up the pros and cons over a few things, or it could be one issue or several, but you're weighing up the pros and cons and you feel like you haven't got all the information yet. So this is part of this overthinking energy here. Yeah, I hope you can see that. Yeah, and so as I was saying, you're very forward focused. Three of Wands, what do I do next? Looking out into the horizon, thinking about next steps. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel that you just need to balance the amount of energy that you put into this. You're very much thinking about your pentacles, your finances, your resources, building and growing things. And you do have the desire to get things moving and going. But again, I'm sensing that you need to temper this with the amount of energy that you put into it. We can't be firing on all cylinders all of the time. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, you know, there's a lot going on here. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is usually a slower energy. It's building and growing things and taking things more methodically, and however, it's still, these two cards are still about movement, particularly the Knight of Wands. It's a lot of energy and a lot of passion. So yeah, you're steadily moving towards wanting to grow your future, build your foundation, and you are spending a lot of time imagining and thinking and visualizing how this is going to be, and what money you're going to need to support yourself, and what foundations and roots you need to put down. So that's where your head is at the moment. And, you know, sort of underneath the Wheel of Fortune, when you're sensing new change, new cycle, things moving on, that's why we've got the Knight of Wands, you know, keen to get going and not waste time. And if there's an energy around you that's feeling like it's holding you back, you're going to probably sever that. You're probably going to just move on, basically. So you're not going to wait. The Knight of Wands is not waiting. The Knight of Wands is, I'm out of here. I've got things to do. I'm going to go do it. And I feel like this is, your reading is saying you're going to be you're going to have that energy and make the decisions to keep moving. I feel that even though you've got this desire and there's almost impatience in you to keep going, there's, with the Page of Wands here is I feel an energy that's coming towards you, because these two are looking at each other, and the Page of Wands is going, yeah, but I have this offer. This is what I'm suggesting. It's a slower energy, and I kind of almost feel you're impatient with this energy, and it's coming towards you. However, I'm going to say, just temper your impatience a little bit and listen, consider what is being offered here, because I can see fruit on the tree here, which lets us know that there's potential growth opportunity here. And it would be perhaps a good idea not to bite off more than you can chew. Don't be too ready to go too fast. Maybe slow your energy down a little bit to consider this offer, because it may very well be the kind of idea that will give you the strong foundation that you're hoping for, as the Knight of Pentacles is focused on building a strong foundation, you know. Yeah, so let's see how that plays out. I just feel that perhaps you should slow down a little bit to consider that. That's just what I'm getting. So, all right, thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Aries? Okay. Yeah, it's because you're not, these two energies here are not synchronizing, and we've got the Seven of Wands here, which is, okay. Okay, all right, so you're not liking this offer. It's basically what I'm seeing. We've got the Seven of Wands is where you're defending your position, and you know, people are coming at you to say, yes, but you should do this and you should do that. And you know, the Eight of Swords that follows it is that you're starting to feel trapped now. You're starting to feel too tied down by this energy, and I get the sense this is annoying the heck out of you. You know, this is like you're not having a bar of this. You want to have freedom, and at the moment you're kind of stuck thinking that you've got so many things on your mind at the moment and a little unsure which direction to go. You're standing your ground here, but it's still a very chaotic kind of energy. And then I feel like you make a decision to draw the line on this, because the Death card basically says, no, that's the end of that. So I'm sensing it's the energy around this Page of Wands that you're not vibing with, and you decide that you don't want to have it. That doesn't sort of fit with you. And so I kind of feel after you've had a little bit of tete-a-tete, some interesting discussion, I think you decide that that's the end of that relationship or situation. Yeah. And then we've got you sort of recovering a little bit. So the Four of Cups here, it's like, oh man, and you are desiring something better. You're desiring something more fulfilling, but it's kind of sapped your energy a little bit. And once you've made the decision, you kind of give yourself a little bit of time out to think about, okay, well, what do I prefer? What's the better option here? And you start again. You start with what you fully intended in your mind of what you wanted to create. And so we've got the Ace of Pentacles. You know, I feel that you're quite strong and determined about what it is that you want to create. And the Ace of Pentacles lets us know that you're so determined that you are going to create this, and that you're going to make this happen and build that foundation and build those resources and the finances. And you do this. You bring that energy into your life, which is really positive. But it takes you a little bit to get there. But I feel that you you definitely get there. You just need to trust. You've got beautiful energy to start with. You just need to trust in this beautiful movement. You're very forward focused. Just if you can possibly give yourself a little bit of time during the day to think things through rather than worry obsessively at night time. Yeah, but just stay focused on your vision. I feel that that's going to be the best way forward. Thank you, Spirit. No place like home is the card. Yeah, I do feel that, again, this is all about you, your physical environment, what feels like home to you. You're very much in this imagination space, which is what I was sensing with this card here, with the Empress card. I just feel that she's in a very creative space. And as I was saying, you're doing a lot of visualizing of what you want for the future. No place like home, I think you're kind of spending a lot of time thinking about, well, what does that look like and feel like for you at this point in time? Let's see. Yeah, what feels like home? What's real and authentic for you? And you want to be comfortable with your life. You want to be comfortable with who you are, your flavour, your style in life. And I feel that for a little while there's a bit of energy around you that's making you feel disconnected from yourself. Like, no, I just want to be me. And so you're defending yourself here. And I think it's fair enough, You want to feel secure, and you want to feel that you've got a physical home that you can go to that makes you feel good, but it's also about trusting yourself as well, feeling at home in your own skin and loving your way of doing things. And I feel that you have this determination and I think that's why you're defending yourself here and you end something, because simply you want to do things your way and have your flavour on things. It's just really important to, as you move forward, do things with dignity, with integrity, and hold your head up high, stand your ground, know who you are. And this is in all areas of your life too, personal and business. Yeah. In terms of relationships, it's also about ensuring that you've got an equal exchange with your partner, that your relationships in your life in general, that you feel emotionally safe and fulfilled. That's important to you right now. Yeah, really lovely. Okay, so what else do we have? All right, Spirit, thank you. What else do we have for Aries for the week of the 13th through to the 20th of September? Yeah, trusting in yourself, Aries. Thank you, Spirit. To be fair, not the to be fair card. It kind of makes me feel it's all about negotiations and how you're communicating with people at the moment. And you also want to be treated fairly too. So it's about treating others fairly, seeing their point of view as well as you expecting people to see your point of view. Yeah, it's about having balance and justice and considering options for all concerned, having a mutual benefit for everybody. Yeah, so this talks to having integrity, doing things the right way, the fair way. Life is going to bring experiences to us that are challenging sometimes, but it's important that we try to strike a balance between things, in all areas of our life. You recall that I talked about you having a little bit of impatience of wanting to go and get things done, but sometimes we do need to slow things down. The Knight of Pentacles is stationary, yet the Knight of Wands is like up and away. Aiming for some middle ground here, some balance is going to be better for you at the end of the day. It's also about having the push energy is about moving forward and discovering and doing and taking action. The other side of that is to allow things, to let things go, just to not to force things, but be ready to receive, to listen, observe, notice what's going on around you. So there's kind of a message here for you, Aries, to be mindful of how you can create a nice evenness between the two, rather than have the extreme of wanting to push to have everything go one way, or kind of letting go too much and letting everybody else dictate the terms. So coming back to a place of balance is going to be healthier for you and serve you going forward. And I feel like you're doing a little bit of this at the moment. Even this card of the Two of Swords, it's swapping between two. Do I take this side or do I take that side? And, you know, this whole, you're so in your head thinking about things over and over and over. But I feel like this is all of the working through of this. You're processing all of this and working it out as you go. And eventually you do, but it's a little bit challenging getting there. Where possible, try not to take extremes on situations. And in matters of relationships and communication, try to be fair, try to do as much listening as you are speaking, and follow your heart too. We started out the reading with this beautiful energy of you vibing with people and connecting with people. There's a lot to be learned when we remain open and objective, and we weigh up both sides of the coin. We look at all aspects that are being presented, you know, not just your perspective, but another person's perspective. And that helps to foster the relationships between people and to get a good outcome. So, you know, trust in your heart when you're making decisions and you're taking actions to go forward. Try to take a balanced approach where possible. Yeah. Very nice. All right. What else do we have for Aries at this time? Thank you, Spirit. We'll take a look at the Angel Tarot deck. What else can you advise Aries, please, for the week of the 13th through to the 20th? So we're getting some good messages here for you, Aries, in terms of you being forward focused, but really just trusting in yourself. You make a decision here for yourself, but, you know, try to keep things balanced where possible. You've got the Three of Fire. Abundance. Things are looking really good for you. Yeah. But it is speaking again about having patience and taking your time and looking at the long term, which is the same energy as the Three of Wands card. So, you know, things are looking good and you can see and feel abundance coming your way. You're looking into the future, but it's really, really important to plan for the long term. This is what this energy is about, is having the patience and planning for the long term. Yeah. Rushed decisions often don't end up with good outcomes. So, you know, planning for the long term is important. Okay, Six of Fire. We're getting this come up again. It's the same as the Six of Wands card here. It's about good news, things improving in your life. It's about public recognition. So that's great to have that affirmation. You're being looked upon very favourably at the moment, and people are communicating with you and letting you know that you're doing a good job, and they're liking what you're doing, which is really great. It's a really nice encouragement. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, you're going through a significant life change at the moment. We've got the life experience card here. You're having a lot of revelations. You're having a lot of aha moments at the moment. Your life is shifting and moving, as we can see with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are improving for you, and it's time for you to spread your wings. It's time for you to step into your own flavour of things, which we spoke about here. You know, to go do your thing and to enjoy it. And enjoy the creativity, the freedom to do that, the abundance that's coming your way. Things are shifting into positive gear, but it is about you putting your flavour on things. And you're realising this. You're realising it's time to go and do your own thing your own way. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Yeah, so we've got the Five of Air card. I feel like this is more of a flag. It's a warning. It's when if we have rushed or impulsive communication, we can make an unwise choice. We can say something too quickly or make a decision too quickly that doesn't serve us well. So be very careful of any impulsive, rushed feelings or very strong feelings around something, that you don't blurt out something too quickly and be sorry for what you say. Always consider, look at other people's motives before you decide to make up your mind about something. This is going to help you try to take the perspective of others and to see the point of view of other people. Put yourself in their shoes before you make an assumption about a situation, because if you act too quickly or say something too quickly, you might regret it. So yeah, just be careful with your communication at the moment, Aries, that you don't sort of do this Knight of Wands bizzo and rush in a little bit too fast, just because it could be one of the things that leads to this finish of a situation. So I guess it's more about being mindful about how you communicate, and that you're really clear about why you're saying or doing something, and also to understand the other person's point of view. Yeah, you're going, again, we've got the renewal card. It's all about that experience of change and growth and moving on to a new cycle. You're having to review, you're doing a lot of thinking about things, we know that, choices that need to be made, thinking through your strategy. So it's a time of reviewing and evaluating your situation. Now, if you take your time and you do the homework and you discern things and you weigh things up in a balanced approach, I feel that you're going to have a good outcome here. You know that you're moving in a new direction. This is what you're desiring. We can see that building up to that. Which is fabulous, something to celebrate. You're recognising that entering a new phase, a new cycle in your life, a new direction. So as you do this, just be sure that through that process you give yourself time to review and evaluate. You watch your communication, you understand other people's perspectives and motives as well as your own. Understand why you're choosing to do something. And then enjoy the journey. This is a process, this is a change that you're going through as you step into a new phase and cycle in your life, which is just beautiful. All right, I'm going to pull a card or two from the Wisdom of Avalon deck. So what does Aries need to know about, these steps going forward here? Things are changing. You're going through the process of this change at the moment, Aries. But it's all feeling like it's going in the right direction. There's some lessons that you're learning along the way, of course. That one wants to come out. Okay, we've got the movement card here. Yeah, I'm still feeling like you just got to be patient with the process. Sometimes it would seem like you're not getting the progress that you want to see, because on the surface here it seems like there's still waters and nothing's happening, but we all know that there's currents moving underneath that stillness on the top. So the water is moving, it's indicating don't worry, things are progressing, even if you can't see that progression immediately on the surface here. Let's take some more information from the book here. So it is about being patient, and it is about acknowledging divine timing with things. Yes. It's a reminder, this card is a reminder that things change as part of a cycle in life. And you may end up having a physical move as well, but certainly there's a release for you from restriction. And you were feeling quite restricted here, like you weren't liking the situation, you were feeling trapped that you couldn't be yourself and do your own thing, and it was really getting to you to the point where you decide, no, that's enough. So this card is just confirming that you're going through a change and a new cycle, and you're ready to release from that feeling of being trapped. You know that there's change in the air, and your world, everything in your world is about to change and shift, which is great. So this could also lead you to you traveling to new places, new horizons. You're exploring new places, both physically and inwardly at the moment. And it's a really good time for you to be doing this, Spirit says. I think life is not meant to stay still, static. And, the natural way of being in life is there's always going to be movement of some kind. We may not always see it, but it's better to go with the flow than resist it. So there will be some things in your life you need to let go of, and that's a positive thing. So it's about welcoming what is and what is also about to come into your life. So this is a card that's letting you know that change is in the wind for you, which I'm thinking you already know, that you're sensing that anyway. All right, so we're going to wrap it up, Aries, with a card from the Spirit Messages deck. So thank you. What is a particular message, Spirit, that you would like Aries to be aware of at the moment? Thank you, Spirit, for this reading, the 13th through the 20th of September. Serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honour, nurture and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. If there is some negative energy that is weighing on you, holding you down, mentally, emotionally, physically, it is time for you to let that go and adopt this beautiful nurturing energy of the Empress here. Take care of yourself. Look after yourself. Don't overthink and over worry and hold on to negative energy as you do at night time here. Let it go. Go with the flow of the Wheel of Fortune. Let the movement happen in your life. Let things flow. This is natural way of being. Move on in life. Consider all perspectives. Watch your communication, which is also about your thoughts and what you're assuming of other people. Serenity is important. It's important for your well-being as well as your future. So don't let past issues and resentments interfere with the peace and serenity that you can have today, Aries. We don't pay attention to our inner peace. We're always, habitually going to the mind to problem solve everything, believing that if we think through everything and if we problem solve everything, then we're going to feel better. But what you're doing is you're setting up this cycle of overthinking, because some things just don't need to be problem solved. You just need to let them go. You just need to relax and go, I can't control everything. I'm not going to know everything. I'm not going to understand everything. Create that peace within you, and the clarity will come, and that incessant desire to know everything will be released. What else? It's about you doing everything you can not to feel overwhelmed. And this is what I was just saying. Sometimes the answers are not readily available. That's right. One day at a time. And looking back in the past and obsessing over the past and the way things have been, or what people have done, or what you've chosen, just let that go. The past is done. You cannot go back there. And trying to overthink things from the past. Why did this person do that? Or why did I do that? That's just mental torture. So you're better off just letting that go. Learn from past mistakes. Don't make it about what other people have done, but just learn from how you could perhaps have managed something better for yourself, mentally, emotionally, or physically, what you could have done that may have made your life a little bit easier. And whatever is not serving you today, if it's not making you feel good or giving you or adding value to your life, then it's time to let that go. letting go of unwanted thoughts so that you have peace of mind. Well, Aries, that is your reading for this week, the 13th through to the 20th of September. Aries, I hope you have enjoyed that reading. There is some really useful wisdom and guidance in that reading there, so perhaps watch it a couple of times and hopefully that will be of help to you during the week. If you've enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. If you've not yet subscribed, please do that. It helps the channel to grow. And of course, as always, I appreciate my subscribers, and if you feel so inclined, a little donation goes a long way. All right, thanks so much, Aries, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.